5 things you need to do when you get born again. Number 1, you need to get baptized in water. This is because Jesus Christ, who is our example, was baptized in water. Matthew 3:13. Then Jesus came from Galilee to John at the Jordan River to be baptized by him. Secondly, Jesus commanded us to be baptized in order to be saved. Mark 16:16. He who believes and is baptized will be saved, but he who does not believe will be condemned. Thirdly, Jesus commanded us to baptize other people. Matthew 28 verses 19, go ye therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Number 2, get baptized in the Holy Spirit. This is because Jesus never actually baptized people in water. Take a look. John 4 verse 2, though Jesus himself did not baptize, but his disciples did. Secondly, Jesus baptized and still baptizes people with the Holy Spirit. Mark 1 verse 8, I indeed baptize with water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. This is John the Baptist speaking. Number 3, when you get born again, you need to start speaking in tongues. This is because tongues are the evidence of being baptized by the Holy Spirit. Acts 19 verse 6, and when Paul had laid hands on them, the Holy Spirit came upon them, and they spoke with other tongues and prophesied. Secondly, Jesus prophesied that his followers would be identified as those who speak in tongues. Mark 16 verses 17, and these signs will follow those who believe. In my name they will cast out demons, and they will speak with other tongues. Thirdly, tongues were prophesied in the Old Testament. Isaiah 28 verses 11, indeed the Lord will teach this people in a more humiliating way, by men with stammering lips and a foreign tongue. For interest's sake, let's also go through the types of tongues. Number 1, there is praying tongues. 1 Corinthians 14:14, for if I pray in a tongue, my spirit prays, but my understanding is unfruitful or doesn't understand what I'm praying. Secondly, tongues addressed to the church that need to be interpreted. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 27 to 28, if anyone speaks in a tongue, let there be 2 or at the most 3, each in turn, and let one interpret. But if there is no one to interpret, let him keep silent in church, and let him speak to himself and to God. Thirdly, the instant ability to speak to foreigners in their language without having to learn it first. Acts 2 verses 7 to 8. Then they were all amazed and marveled, saying to one another, look, are not all these who speak Galileans? And how is it that we hear each in our own language in which we were born? So they were able to hear all these people speaking in their language. Who taught them this language? Fourthly, we have tongues of angels. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 1, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become a resounding brass or a clanging cymbal. So basically, Paul is saying that human beings have the ability to speak with the tongues of angels. But even though they have that ability and they don't have love, they are just useless to God. Number 4, when you get born again, you need to read the Bible daily. 1 Peter 2 verses 2, as newborn babies, desire the pure milk of the word, that you may grow by it. Psalms 119 verses 105, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light unto my path. So you cannot learn and grow as a follower of Jesus Christ without reading the Bible. It is impossible. It is the only way that you will grow. The same way that a baby needs the mother's milk to grow and develop. Number 5, start going to church and attending every church meeting. Acts 20 verses 7, now on the first day of the week, when the disciples came together to break bread, Paul, ready to depart the next day, spoke to them and continued his message until midnight. Hebrews 10 verses 25, not forsaking our meeting together as believers for worship and instruction, as it is the habit of some of you, but encouraging one another, and all the more faithfully as you see the day of Christ's return approaching.